Finished my first draft of all the people who own property in the government. I'd say it took me 25 hours over the past 3 days. Too long, don't watch. 90 to 95% of MPs own a property or are landlords. There's some minor flaws with it. It's a first draft and I want to improve on it. So I'm actually working with some people who've reached out to me, some experts on Excel and stuff like that. I think I've messed up a few names, a few little links here and there. I think it's probably more like 95% of MPs own a property. There's also some discrepancies with the list from 2022 by readthemaple.com. I think it's because there's been quite a few seat changes in the Canadian Parliament. For example, the person they're referring to here in the Green Party switched sides to the Liberals, and now there is somebody else new in the Green Party who I do not think has property. Nonetheless, their list is pretty accurate, and my numbers came out to about the same. The amount of landlords in the government right now are around 40 to 43% of people. There's a few problems with the list though, because on the public database, they don't have to declare a house if the mortgage is paid off. They only have to declare the house if they have a mortgage. Meanwhile, I looked into all their stock portfolios and there's about 51% of federal MPs who have significant investments. 59% of Conservatives elected have it, 53% of Liberals, 28% of NDP, and 36% of the Bloc Québécois. I know it's very exciting seeing numbers, but what all this means for you. There's a lot of questions. Is it okay for any MP to own a house? Is it okay for them to be landlords? You have to ask these questions for a free and democratic society. On first glance, is there anything wrong with owning a house for your family? Well, no, of course not. But at the same time, are you going to want your investment to go down in value? Which means that you might vote against reforms to the housing market. Even if you're not a landlord, if you want to have your own personal wealth stay up, you might vote against something that might help society. MPs who are landlords, they definitely don't want the price of rent to go down because they need the money. They have the income. They are securing their future. It's not up to me to make a judgment call for you as to whether it's right or wrong. All I'm trying to do is provide you information so that you can think about whether you think it's right or wrong. Meanwhile, with the significant stock portfolios, we're talking about what people have declared first, and second, things that are in Canada. So that means if they have any offshore bank accounts, I can't track that right now unless I really look into it. Just to be clear, I would look into it, except that I need money to do that and resources. Check out my Substack. So 51% of our politicians having significant stock portfolios is a serious conflict of interest because they're going to prioritize their stock portfolios and prioritize the people who will make them money. This isn't leftist or right-wing politics. This is you as a human deserve better rights than to be controlled by people who only care about business. But you know what? The system is designed to let them in because you need hundreds of thousands of dollars to even run for office. This is a starting point to understanding why our system is the way it is. And there's been so many people who've done stuff like this, and I plan on opening this up to the public very soon once I have a better draft of everything. We're going to crowdsource this long term, and we're going to work on this together so that the information is always updated, and when there's elections, I don't have to do this every time because I can't do this alone. I need you to follow, I need you to go check out my Substack. I'm going to be asking all of you to help me crowdsource this information. I'm going to be creating a Discord and putting this all on Wikipedia so that we have a constant source of information about the MPs in government. To be clear, this is from a public database, but it is not easily accessible and it is not easy to read. So we need something simple and effective that can communicate with vast arrays of people. My name is Isaac Peltz. Check out my link in bio. Subscribe to my Substack. Check out my friend Gabrielle Brassard-Lecourt. She is my partner in everything. We do all our work together. Link in description.